That's like towards your chin. It looks like the Rough of Augusta.
The Rough of Augusta towards my chin, like
That
right here.
is the
Like the
title for this
Masters.
show. Just to be clear, that's the title for this episode.
The Rough of Augusta.
Rough of Augusta.
Here we go. Hey, hold my beer.
And now,
How has Jordan been? I mean, now that we can't really like start the show off with welcome to the Chubby Buddy podcast. I mean,
Well,
I'm glad that everybody can be back for episode 59. I mean,
58?
this is 58. 58.
58,
Yeah,
bro.
This is 58.
Derek
This is
Thomas.
DT.
But now we don't. I mean, Jordan didn't have an excuse this week. His wife took him out of being grounded from the podcast, and he can now talk about Red James all he wants.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She recognized after some drinks and some conversations, she recognized that Red really wasn't a threat to her. I mean, she's kind of the total package. Everybody knows that. Jordan's swinging up. We all know it. So yeah. So she recognized that Red really is just kind of a speed bump more than anything.
But how has Jordan been? I mean, you've been gone. I mean, it's been about since you last were on was when we had who was that? We had one of the wrestlers on. It was the last time you were on.
Chance?
Yeah, Chance and Mindy were on.
Yep.
Yeah.
How you
been
been
good.
this week then?
Been okay.
Any exciting shows for Aubrey or anything like that?
No, she's got nationals in May.
Oh, that's at
May-
Daytona, right?
Yeah, May 1st through the 7th.
Oh,
Has
man.
she
We'll be
gotten
down
any more
there.
chocolate sold?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've sold, and the wife sold most of her
I've
chocolate.
sold it. I was actually going to use that. If you weren't going to be on today, that was going to be my excuse for you. Was, oh,
I'm
Jordan's
slinging
busy
chocolate.
going door to door selling chocolate for Aubrey.
Fucking Willy Wonka, man. That's what I feel like.
Which, have you seen that? It's actually not a bad movie.
I haven't seen the new one.
The new
I
one.
want
You
to.
should watch
Like,
it.
it looks decent.
Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, they have a newer one?
Yeah.
I thought it was with
it's
Johnny
like-
Depp.
No,
there's
that's
there's an even newer one.
Yeah, this
Oh.
one is the
With
prequel
Timothée
to
Chalamet.
like before everything happened.
Oh,
It's like Young Wonka.
Yeah,
It's actually not bad.
it looks good.
Kinda cute.
I mean, is it a
Timothée
musical?
is
How
kinda
much of
cute.
it is a musical?
I mean,
Is
yeah,
it
is
like
it a musical?
like
Yeah,
the
it's a
original Willy
musical.
Wonka? That is, I would say 50-50.
this is a 50-50 musical as well.
Okay, it's better than 100% for sure.
Some of the songs are a little...
Does he sing? Is he a singer?
Yeah. Not like... He's theater kid. Theater kids all sing and dance. Sing, dance, and act. That's theater.
I mean,
That's why.
you
That's
act
why
like
I
I
went in
knew
theater.
who Timothée Chalamet is.
You
I
know
didn't
who
know that
Timothée
is.
Chalamet
I mean, I've heard of
is.
him.
You
He's
I've
know him
never-
from Dune.
I've heard the name,
you
but
know
I-
him from...
Never seen Dune.
What
And
else
the
do
only
you
reason why I
know
say
him
yeah to
from?
Dune because I literally just watched that like 3 days ago.
What'd you
Who?
think?
It's boring as shit.
You
I
would
took-
hate the book.
I took a nap. I literally took a nap the first hour in. The second hour I watched, I was like, oh, okay, well, this isn't too bad. It's starting off good. And the wife's like, why are you watching this if you slept through the first half? I was like, I obviously didn't miss anything.
So
Like-
for you, it's like Avatar is for me. You can fall asleep for 2 hours during the movie, wake
I
up
got-
and not have missed
I
any
got
of the
bored
story.
in the first
Yeah,
10 minutes of Avatar
yeah.
and walked away.
Bro, Avatar
like,
was so
nope.
rough for me.
They
I
just
was
came
like-
out the video game. I was cracking on that for a hot minute.
Were you?
Matrix.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Were you red
Yeah.
pill or
Okay.
blue pill?
Huh?
No. He said
Matrix?
they. They, not Matrix.
Oh, I thought you
They
said the
just
Matrix
came out
game.
with.
Oh, my
No.
bad. Okay.
He
I
said
heard that
they
way
just came
wrong.
out with a game for that movie for
Oh.
Avatar.
Yep.
Now that we have the
Oh, gosh.
all squared away, how was Joshua this week?
Oh my, I've had a wonderful week. filled with lots of flooring. And what else have we been doing? We went to Winter Jam, which, man, always a blast.
Winter.
Uh,
Oh, is that
Winter
the
Jam
rock?
in March?
That's the concert.
I know, right? So they're at the tail end of Winter Jam, but it's a like nationwide tour. So they start in winter on the West Coast, and then like I don't know why they do it, but they like go like up and around, hit the East Coast, and then come back across the Midwest for the end of it.
Who's they?
The
Winter
group
Jam.
of people.
The
It's like a Christian rock or Christian
it's a
music
Christian
like concert.
Oh.
Basically, it's a multi-band rock concert. I don't want to say rock concert because it's different types, different genres of music.
It's the Christian version of Woodstock.
Christian concert.
Traveling
they're not, like,
Woodstock.
It's
Playing covers or anything?
No,
no,
like
it was
original
actual
stuff?
band. So like David Crowder,
Skillet's been on there a few
headlined,
times.
Lecrae. I don't know if you remember
Mercy
Lecrae.
Me's been on there.
Oh, yeah, I remember Luke, right? Yep.
Lecrae was there. Seventh Day Slumber. I don't know if you remember those guys. They weren't like our style, but Kevin and Manuel were really into them.
As I Lay
They were,
Dying, what used to be. I
yeah.
think I've seen As I Lay Dying at one of those.
Our Kevin Emmanuel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you have no
Bro,
idea. Their mom used to take Manuel
Hard
to
rock.
we-
Those
it's like
guys
metal.
were always into hard rock.
heavy
yes?
metal, like
Heavy metal, hard
Yeah.
rock,
Yeah.
screamo stuff.
As I Lay
That-
Dying is like one of the.
That industry of music, that particular window of music has been dominated by Christian artists for 20 years. Under Oath is a Christian band, which they love Under Oath. As I
Manuel's
Lay Down,
favorite one
Seventh
was
Day
As I Lay
Slumber.
Dying.
They're
and
all
then,
Christian.
what was
like,
that other one?
bands.
Skillet's up there, like not as hard as I Lay Dying, but in the same genre esque of them.
Oh?
Skillet.
I had no idea.
Oh, I
Yeah.
said who? Yeah.
Nope.
But that's all you did? Oh, and then you worked on your house.
Yep, worked on the house.
If
What
you
else
hear a
have I
saw,
done?
that's Uncle Jeff back there sawing away.
He's all done finally. He's finishing up. He's eating some dinner and playing with the dogs because they love him. Oh my gosh, do they love him? Okay, this man is Snow White when it comes to animals. Okay,
Snow White.
yes, he can get them to do things for him if he wants. Like he's that good with animals. Like just builds a bond with them.
He's like the Crocodile Dundee with the dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
crikey, mate.
Yeah. Oh, crikey. He just put his hand there and get him. Yeah, that's him. Absolutely him.
Can we talk about your beard? Like, are we just
My
going to
beard?
skip over that?
Rage Beef Jerky is a sponsor of the Chubby Buddies podcast. And they have given us to give to you a discount code of 15% off by using what code was that, Jordan? And yes, I'm throwing you under the bus.
Under the bus.
Chubby.
That's
How you
correct.
spell
Now,
that?
can you spell it for an extra 5 points?
Chubby. Chubby.
Ooh.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Chubby,
you.
Chubby.
But they can be found in across 5 states, across 400 plus locations, ranging from Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas. They have 6 flavors. Joshua, his favorite flavor is the bacon jalapeno.
Bacon jalapeno.
Jordan, what's your new favorite, or do you even have a new one?
No, it's been bacon jalapeno the whole time.
Yeah.
Mine's still been peppered or the hot and spicy. I mean, bacon jalapeno is not bad, but my dad hooked
Sweet
me
and
up. Like,
spicy is my second one.
yeah, I think that's my one, and then peppered is number 2. But
Peppered's number 2 for me. Bacon jalapeno, then peppered. And they're different types of spice. That's what I love about it.
100%.
Bacon jalapeno is a completely different spicy than the peppered. So good.
But my dad brought me over the flavors that he didn't like, and the only reason he didn't like peppered is that it's too peppery. Same excuse Jamie gave him, but
The
I think
same
it's
stuff
crazy.
my parents say. That's why I get peppered jerky, so they won't eat it.
He told me that he bought over 40, or I think he said 30 packages of the meat sticks.
Oh,
So he brought me over 7 packages
up.
of the cracked pepper.
Dude, that's what I'm buying for a zombie apocalypse. Are you kidding me?
Cracked black pepper.
I'm stopping at Rage for jerky before I take off and go nail down a Costco or something.
And if you don't want to stop, all you got to do is visit www.ragebeefjerky.com and hit that promo code Chubby for 15% off. Or if you hit that $50 cap, you get free shipping. And Josh did the math last week, so if you want to hear that math, I suggest going over to listen to the last episode.
Or I could just give you the shorthand. It's basically like anything up to $90, you're definitely going to want to use the free shipping. Above 90, our discount will actually start saving you more money again. So look into it.
But that
The
is
NFL
Rage.
news.
Oh,
NFL does not stop. I don't know if you saw this.
Never, ever.
yes, we saw
Even
this.
during Rage promos, NFL news hits. Let's go.
I think Rage would be fine with it because this is a hot
I know,
tag
this is
for
huge news.
the
This is
Bears
hot.
and the Steelers.
You
Yeah,
got
you
to
just
drop
saw it?
this. We all
We
just
saw
saw
it
it. We were
10
talking
minutes
about
ago.
it right before. So hit us with it.
The Bears have traded Justin Fields to the Steelers for a 2025 sixth-round pick that could become a fourth-rounder.
What?
They just got Russ.
What an insult. What an insult to Justin Fields. I hope he takes it to heart. I hope he takes it to heart and does something with it. You know what? You know what I would do? I would rage out if I were Justin.
Oh,
Or
nice
Justin
segue
Fields, I'd
there.
rage out.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
What I got to do is rage. Damn,
Get your
Jordan.
jerky on.
Damn, he failed.
I did. Let's
Hey,
talk
you
about
know,
it.
I
I'd
was a
like to
little
talk.
like stressed out when I was putting this stuff in
Oh,
because
not
I
my
was
dude.
like, oh no.
Yeah.
And
For those
you'll
of
nev-
you that are listening to audio, you are missing out on one of the most
Yeah.
glorious things that we've gotten to see this year. And
Like-
that is Bobby with a beautiful bright green.
It's St. Patty's Day
Beard.
tomorrow, baby.
What in the world? Like what color would you describe that? Like bright green does not do it justice.
Oh, let's see if I can read the bottle and I'll
Emerald?
tell you.
Yeah. Probably
Shit, I
emerald
can't
like I
pronounce
have to
one
say
word on this bottle, dude.
Emerald. It is
This-
emerald green.
The only word on here, I think, in English is hair wax.
Sonic should be running across your
one word
beard
or
right
two?
now.
It shows on here as one word. No, there might be a space. I can't tell. It's like a weird font.
We'll
Might
come
be
back
two.
to that.
Anyway, but yeah, tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. I mean, when I was putting this in, like, it was wet, so it didn't look as distinct as you see here. So I kind of added a little more. So I was like, I mean, my beard's
You're
at like
just to
Arnold
be
level,
sure.
so like I'm just gonna add a little bit more. If you can't tell, my mustache is so much
Dude,
greener than
it's
everything
so
else.
perfect. The mustache makes it pop.
But the thing that I was worried about I was like, dude, my hands were covered green. I looked like I jerked off Shrek, right? So, but like, so I put it underwater because I was like sweating. I was like, oh, this shit's not gonna come out of my beard. So I run it underwater, hot water, came right off. I just hope that it doesn't stain clothes and beard because I got it all over that damn bathroom.
When did you do that?
Dude,
Like
Jamie's gonna be so pissed.
5:30.
Oh, today?
Did you
Yeah.
clean it up?
Yeah, it's just I cleaned it up. But
Okay.
like this is what it is. I can't pronounce the name of it.
Is that dip powder that Heather dips her fingernails in?
No, this stuff is liquid, bro. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it looks like that hair gel.
Oh, what?
Why
That's
would
I
you
use
try
trippy.
that?
Just to see what it looked like. It's pretty cool though, huh? Could be
So
jelly.
you're just, but you've never bought like red or pink, but white.
No, but they have every color on the rainbow.
I know, but
Like-
you're like, oh, just to see what it looked like. Like something intrigued you to buy
Well,
this.
When I first thought of it, like I was thinking that HCW had a St. Patty's Day show, and I was off, and I already had this.
Could you see he's doing it for a show and he goes to the
Heck
show
yes.
and nobody's there?
Nobody's there.
Yeah. Well, kind of like here. I mean, it's just you two are here, so. But like, I thought,
Oh man.
Josh, right when I came on, like I had my camera off and everything because I was like, I asked Jamie, I was like, I really hope this comes out.
Are you off tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm off for the next 2 days.
Oh,
If it don't
I
come out in
hope
2
it
days,
comes
then
out
we
in
got
2
a
days.
problem.
work like that?
Otherwise, it's going to be hilarious.
I'll let you know after I take a shower because that's like right now. It feels like my hair did when I would used to put hair gel in it. Like it's like pretty crunchy.
Ugh.
So we'll see. Wish me luck. But yeah,
Best
tell
luck,
me,
bud.
Josh. Tell me if you can
That shit,
Pronounce
like,
this.
towards your chin, it looks like the Rough of Augusta.
The Rough of Augusta towards my chin, like
That
right here.
is the
Like the
title for
Masters.
this show. Just to be clear, that's the title for this episode.
The Rough of Augusta.
Rough of Augusta.
The Rough.
Nobody's
of
not
Augusta.
gonna have any idea, and in the first
No, they're
second they're gonna be
not.
like, "Oh, it's the beard." That's what it is.
The Rough of Augusta. But yeah, can you pronounce that, Josh?
I can't even read it. Hot something.
No,
No,
hot.
it's M-O.
Mofajang.
M-O-F-
Mahjong?
Mofajang.
Mahjong.
Yeah, that's what I would
Mahjong.
say.
Mofajang.
Yeah,
So,
Mahjong.
Is it French?
No,
I don't
that's
believe that's a French word.
Asian of some
I
sort.
know, but you're like Mafajan.
It smells good. That's what's weird. It smells soapy. So I was like, man, like
That's so interesting. I gotta admit, it's very vibrant. It is very vibrant.
they've got every color from like no color to
I feel
the
like
other end of the rainbow.
you
So-
should be in a parade with that beard.
Yeah. Or on a rough of a golf course. So we're good with that.
Not just a golf course, the golf course.
The golf course.
It's the
Just
Masters.
try to
Rough
imagine-
of Augusta.
Just try to imagine Tiger having to hit a ball off of his beard as he's laying
I
down on the
trust
ground.
Tiger.
Just,
I would trust Tiger.
Well, and he said it's crunchy, so it's probably not sinking in
It's not-
like a nice rough wood.
you know,
Well, all
you're
I
right,
did-
probably it would probably
all
lift
I
up
did,
a little
though,
bit on there.
I'm not gonna push this into my beard, right? So everything under the green is fine, right? It feels like my normal beard. I just put it on my hands and then wiped it down. So it was like 2 pads of my finger is all I used on this. It's pretty vibrant. I look
Like
like
some of the browns coming through, and it looks like it's dead.
Yeah,
like it's a
down
dead
at the
patch.
bottom. Yeah, absolutely.
Like it hasn't been irrigated properly.
like somebody get the
can't be perfect.
Somebody get the field guy to.
And I'm
to
glad
do
I
his
trimmed
job
my
properly.
beard
Yeah,
like
we
3
need
weeks
to-
ago.
We need to hand
like,
sprinkle that.
if I wouldn't have trimmed my beard, like, because I took about 4 inches off, it
Jordan,
was
what's
down
the
to
proper
here.
maintenance on this rough right here?
You got to
Water.
have the right seed
Water.
fertilizer for that, and yeah,
Oh,
some water and
gosh.
some sun.
Aerate it. Look,
This is the legendary. In
that
case you guys are
20
curious,
fertilizer.
he's not just spouting off the mouth. Okay, this is a legendary groundskeeper for the sand dunes of Hudson, Kansas golf course.
I
So
only did that for like a summer or two.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
I do
Yeah.
like watching those videos of them like moving the hole on the green. That's fun to watch. Like where they
yeah, that was
punch a
fun.
hole.
That was my job towards the end of the season.
I would
The
do
other guy
that.
did it quit.
I would do that 100%. But yeah, we are
Yeah, it's
celebrating
cool.
St. Patty's Day, and I'm festive as AF.
Yeah,
Is that
you are.
right? Festive AF.
We're gonna
Yeah,
see how those
you
sheets
got it.
turn out
Well
tonight.
done,
Oh, this I'm
That's-
taking a shower way
Jamie.
before. Taking a
Jamie.
shower way before.
We love you.
So you're gonna put it
So,
back
so
in
much.
tomorrow,
No, this is me celebrating St. Patrick's Day. I don't go
a day
out.
early.
He did this for us.
This
He
is
did
for you.
this for us.
Oh, are you drinking
Like-
a beer?
No, dude. If I drink
He's
a
not
beer,
even drink-
I'd be tired.
He's sober doing this.
I'd be
That-
tired. I'd be
He's
tired. I'd be
sober
like, I'm
doing
ready for bed
this.
after that one beer.
He's
But
just
no,
an
they
old
got
man.
like Kansas City Chiefs red. Could you imagine your beer,
No, I
Dixie
I
Red.
was
not
telling him. Oh,
coloring
yes,
it.
you are. Yes, you are. And we are absolutely using these for bets next season. We're buying this stuff. We're totally
wave.
But I
doing
can't,
bets
like-
where we have to. If it
Like
washes
Jordan's got
out,
a
why
lot of
can't you?
skin, so like
No,
that's
I'm
what I
saying
was
like I
worried
don't care
about.
if I wear it for the show, but I'm saying I cannot wear that stuff to work.
No,
Oh, I
of
couldn't
course
either.
not.
So
No, of
it
course
would
not.
have
You
to be
gotta
like
wash
a
it out
daily
after
wash.
I'll
that.
let you. It
Yeah.
says that
that's
it
what we're
is
talking
you
about.
washes right out
It'd be
on
like
the
for
on the
the next
instructions.
episode, you
So,
gotta rock. Oh gosh,
Red.
I couldn't do it to you.
Dallas
I'd have to
blue.
grow my beard out though, because
I
it doesn't
could
stain
make
your
you-
skin.
No, it came right off my hands were covered in that green, and it came right off
Okay.
with warm water. So
I would be fine with making you wear
Fingers
Cowboys
crossed.
colors. I would not,
blue and silver.
but
They
I
ain't done
wouldn't.
shit.
I wouldn't put Raiders stuff on you. I wouldn't dare. That's gross.
That'd be a weird like black and silver.
Yeah, that's,
We just do silver.
So they do have silver, like, and this has like a almost like a not glitter. It's like a metallic color to it. It's like a metallic color, like in the
I
light,
hate it.
but there's no glitter to it. So, pretty dope.
There's
But it
glitter
does smoke.
in it.
But anyway, Jordan, what have you been doing other than working and being a dad outside the podcast? And I know you were grounded, but what have you listened to any podcasts? Did you still watch the Kelce podcast?
Yeah, occasionally I'll tune in. I kind of tune into their shorts because their podcasts are like ours, where they just spat shit for an hour and a half, which I like. But I'm just trying to get down to the meats and potatoes of it. So I usually watch the shorts, and I can't really like sit still and watch something for an hour and a half like that.
Well, did you cry when Jason retired? Jason retired.
I didn't cry that he retired. I teared up because of the relationship that they have is like me and
Right.
Austin sometimes. That Travis was really proud of Jason and vice versa. And then Travis was crying because of Jason. And then, it's like a little
And they didn't
sentimental
show
thing.
It
Travis
was
until
beautiful,
like
man.
days after. Like I watched a majority of it live that I could on. They had it on, I think, Twitter or X. My bad.
Yeah,
Did
I
they
didn't
have it
watch
on-
it live. I just seen the
was-
tidbits of it. But
It was long. Like mainly because he took a lot of breaks to like clear his voice and stuff like that from crying. But it's a really cool thing.
how, like, he's guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer. But how,
Yeah.
As a lineman,
like,
how many
what else
linemen
can
have
you
done that?
say in your Hall of Fame speech that you didn't say at your retirement?
Nothing. I mean, just put that shit on record.
Talk about the legacy that you leave behind, and maybe talk about
Like,
other
I'm
what-
excited
centers,
to listen to it because I think Jason will.
like the
he'll
next
spout
center.
out some stuff.
that's
how
the thing.
many
I think he'll
offensive
be
linemen-
inspirational.
Yeah, how many
And
offensive
Jason's
linemen have
great
done
at that.
this? To be a first ballot Hall of Famer as a lineman, how many have done that? That's the question.
Bro, that's
The
few
only
and
one I
far
can think of that
between.
might be close to him would be Pouncey from the Steelers, maybe.
I don't think he's Hall of Fame though. Are you talking about current Hall of Famers?
No, he could be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He was with Ben Roethlisberger from like,
Do you
year
know
two.
how
Yeah, I
hard
know-
it is
yeah, I
to
know
be
who
a
Mike
first
Pouncey is,
ballot Hall of
but-
Famer altogether?
yeah.
But to be
do it
to
as
be
a
the Hall of
lineman.
Well, I'm just saying, like on the talent base, like why is Jason getting put in? Because of his talent or because he's a popular person?
Talent, dude.
So you're saying there's no other center that was just as good as him?
Well, I would say he's won a Super Bowl. The
So Pouncey
longevity.
won 2.
Longevity of the career,
Pouncey was here.
the
Pouncey was there longer.
the healthiness of the career, and then I would say the dominance at the position.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
what
the
most
question.
people
Who
would say.
are we?
When
Who
you
are we
say
comparing him to?
when you say tush push, who are you thinking of?
The Eagles, not just
Okay,
Brett, not just
specifically
Jason,
who?
not just Jason.
Who's at the helm of that, dude?
The whole team. It's everybody.
Bull. I'm not saying it's not, but if you don't think for a second Jason Kelce is not the point man for that push,
Oh, I'm
every
not
time.
denying that
They
either.
built
But
it on the backs of his talent, of his skill set. You're right. Statistically, as a lineman, what the heck do you track? Linemen get zero credit for anything. We don't even have a statistical category outside of maybe pancakes that you can even judge a Hall of Fame career based on. What you have to do is look at impact of play and look at impact on locker room. And there's no man, offensive lineman anywhere that I know of, that has had a bigger impact both on the field and in the locker room than Jason Kelce. Like, he is dominant.
I'm not taking it from him, but I'm
but-
saying like how many offensive linemen have done this to be a first.
That's kind of my point, though, is I don't think
There's
that
been
there's
48
ever-
offensive linemen inducted in the Hall of Fame.
any
and probably
first
none of
ballots?
them were first ballots. I doubt.
Oh, I
any
don't
of them.
know.
I bet some of them had to have been.
I-
Tell me,
I mean,
Munoz
just looking at,
wasn't
like-
a first ballot?
Who?
Yeah, I don't
Anthony
know. It doesn't
Munoz?
have that.
He was one of the
This
best,
is
dude.
ProFootballHallOfFame.com. There's been 48 offensive linemen. I would count the centers, but I don't want to.
Probably
Don't
more
count 'em.
centers or left tackles, maybe. Left tackles.
Yeah, it
are
looks like there's
probably
more
up there.
tackles and guards than really anything.
Yeah. I mean-
So
Is it true that the left tackle is the second highest paid player on the offense? You think?
No.
I would presume it would be the first. Oh, on the offense?
On the
like
offense.
offensive lineman?
No, out of the whole offense, because you have quarterback and then left tackle, or his
No.
blind side. So whatever his blind side is. So if he's the lefty, then it'd be the right tackle.
Not usually second.
Well, no, that's just what they
Second
say at the
highest?
beginning of blind side. Like that's what they say is like the, I guess.
I mean, I'd
monologue
probably
into the
argue.
show.
I mean, there's a case for it.
Really?
Like quarterback, tackle, and maybe like a receiver. Yeah, oh yeah.
I'd say receiver, running back, then maybe your tackle.
Running backs are dime a dozen.
Yeah, they
Depending on who you got. If you're doing a running back by committee, then yeah, sure. But if you've got a good guy, then I say you should.
That would be
paying
just
him.
an interesting topic. How many offensive linemen have been first round ballots? Because it's probably
I was trying to look it up because I really am curious how many first ballot Hall of Fame linemen there have been. Because
It's very
again,
few,
it's
if
hard
there's any.
enough. Like it's, I guess I really shouldn't say hard enough to be a lineman and get into the Hall of Fame. Apparently, it's pretty easy. There's 64 of them.
I mean, that's one. What? How many is that? How many years have they done the Hall of Fame? That's the question.
Oh, fuck.
It's
I don't
averaging
know.
one per year if they had 64 years, but like if they had 80 years, that's one every 4 years.
Joe Thomas,
Joe Thomas, I think was first ballot, but he was a tackle.
Walter Jones. Yeah, I'm going through all the linemen that were first ballots. Larry Allen, Jonathan Ogden.
Larry Allen, was he? Oh, okay. And he played for
Right tackle, Jackie
played a long time,
Slater. Left tackle,
before I can
Anthony
only tell
Munoz.
two that you've named.
Kevin Mawai.
Yeah. Jim Langer, 87. There's your center. First ballot. Jim Otto, 1980. There's another center first ballot. Apparently, it's pretty easy.
Whoa.
But it does not
He
take
said
away
easy.
from the fact that, easy if you're a lineman to also become a first ballot Hall of Famer. Easier than I thought it would be.
Like the only thing that sucks about this
Bro, I did
that
not
he
expect
did
there to be
retire.
64 linemen in the Hall of Fame. Did you?
Well,
It depends on how many
offensive
years. I
lineman
really
ever-
didn't know.
When do they ever get credit for anything?
Only
well
64.
I'm only seeing 48, not 60.
Well, who's
But
60?
any hoodles, I think you guys just agreed that was 60 when I said 48. Any hoodles. So
I didn't
Jim
hear it.
Otto.
Did
you
we
look at
really?
Jim
We
Otto.
flat out-
But you said it's so easy. But you look at the longevity. So Jim Otto played from 1960 to 1974. So 14 seasons, but yet it's easy to make the Hall of Fame.
And what
Yeah,
year
what,
did he get
14
inducted?
seasons?
I would love to play for, but can my body? I have no idea.
That's a great question.
Like
But-
Jim Ringo, center 1953 to 1967. That is
Well,
a
I can-
tough era to play offensive line.
14.
I can tell you this.
Yeah,
I
because it's
played
nothing but run.
semi-pro ball for 2 years and was ready to quit. So
Like it's
easy probably wasn't the right choice.
Bruce
of words there.
Matthews
I apologize.
was a guard, tackle, and center. Played from 1983 to 2001. Kevin Mawai, 94 to 2009. Like longevity has to play a role into this thing.
Has to.
Oh. I mean, offensive line is obviously the most overlooked position on any football team. Like nobody, I think, thinks about that first. But like the teams that do are the ones that are succeeding, but they still remain untalked about. The Patriots' offensive line.
It's just crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You look at some of these names, like Shannon Sharp. I know it's a different position, but played 1990 to 03. Like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. That was a different brand of football than what's on now.
It's so much so.
Yeah, and Jason's was how long? What, 13?
Yeah, 13 years, I think.
Yeah. So it's still, the
Tune
pattern
up
is still there.
show.
I mean, the body still is getting damaged. So,
Oh,
But
for
like-
sure.
but I mean, I still couldn't imagine playing the 60s and 70s. F that.
way more violent back then. I think
You're having
I don't know,
clotheslines
like,
and
that
all
would have
that
been
sh-
even
like,
harder to
Face
stay in.
masks. Well, even before face masks were invented. Fuck that.
I'll say this. I think that's why Tom Brady, like, I think it's because Tom Brady played in the 2000s that he was able to play into his 40s. Because it blew me
I mean,
away
and he is healthy as shit.
when Warren Moon was playing for us in his 40s. Like, that was unheard of
Yeah.
for a quarterback to still be that gifted. But then again, Warren Moon was freaking Mike Vick before Mike Vick was Mike Vick. Are you kidding me? Warren Moon was, he was so good. Fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
But no, it was just a good speech. I mean, I liked it for, I mean, how long it took. Like, I wish that, like, I probably shouldn't have tried to watch it live because I was listening to it as I was doing other stuff. And it was like, he kept choking up like every 5 minutes. I mean, it was sad,
Yeah.
but it was still good that he
That's-
retired while he could.
that's
like,
why
and still
Jordan
remember
watches
his
the
kid's
shorts.
name.
Oh, he's got the Eagles green. That's why he did the green. You wanted to talk about Jason Kelce?
That's what it is.
Oh,
Eagles
do
green.
not even bring that up. This is
That's what it
This is
looks
what-
like. It looks like
was
the
it,
Eagles
Heather
green.
Green? Was this the
That's
Heather
the best
Green?
way to describe that is Eagles green.
all
I
right.
would
Yeah, we'll
describe
just
that
title
as
this
Eagles green.
4JK.
No. I like my fucking rough one.
Yeah.
Augusta's rough or whatever the hell.
The
it was.
Rough,
Rough
of
of
Augusta.
Augusta.
The Rough
Yeah,
of
that's right.
Augusta. Oh, so
But
good.
no, like one of the topics in the last episode was they talked about Jason and his band, or no, one of the fans I think asked, it was a no dumb question, like, does he still play band and stuff? Like, I don't know if Jordan remembers this. I mean, I remember just because I know that I quit. Like, I didn't last in band, but maybe 2 days, and I've narrowed it down to a few reasons. Like, one, I just didn't want to really try, but I think if we're all being honest here, I really didn't like carrying a backpack, and I think after that second day of me trying to travel with that damn trombone on a damn bus, I was like, F this noise. Like, how long were you in band? Like, because didn't you join one of the musical groups, Jordan, and then you quit too, and then we ended up in enrichment together?
No, I don't think I ever.
He went straight to enrichment.
I went
That's
straight
why
to
he
the
said,
Sinfield's class.
Yeah, it took me 2 days.
He said, just give me math. Just give me math.
It wasn't math. It was just we watched movies.
But looking back, like I wish I had a musical instrument background. I wish I knew how to read music or play the guitar. Like,
Here's the thing. I took 2 years of it, and I can't read music anymore. Like, I played the baritone.
you were such a loser.
I
What
know
a
it.
loser you was.
like, what?
What a loser.
But every person that we talked to that was in band, like, loved band because of, like, I'm assuming
His-
the teacher, because I don't see the appeal of carrying a
that
big
was
ass
like when
instrument.
American Pie came out, and I was curious to know what band trips were. Like, was that legit? I don't
like,
think.
Josh, he was only in
none
the,
of the band
pep band
trips
for
that I
basketball,
went
right?
on. Yeah, none of the band trips that I went on were like that. Because I didn't go on like overnight stuff. I didn't go to camp.
It wasn't
In
band
fact,
camp.
Actually, hang on, let me explain. That was why I quit band freshman year.
Oh,
Was
you
because they had required all the band kids to be at band camp prior to school starting. I knew nothing about it. I wasn't like I hadn't received any of the updates and stuff
What
like
do you
that.
do?
So
Sit around a campfire, like Indian style, and just
No, not camp. So it was so back in the day, do you remember like we would do like early morning practices and stuff before
Yeah.
school would start? Okay, in the same way, they would do marching band practice. They would go out on
Ugh.
the gallons and
Right.
practice from like 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
It was like
when
drumline
school would
shit.
start. Yeah. And so over the summer, like right before school started, like 2 to 3 weeks, they did like a bunch of practicing and stuff. And I wasn't there for any of it. So I showed up and I was already like 3 weeks behind. I wasn't really interested in marching band. The only thing that had captured my attention a little bit was in 8th grade. I had a jazz band, which I thought was a little bit more fun.
jazz band.
Judge me all you want. It was cool,
Ah,
man.
you know?
I had jazz hands and everything. No, it was
Shout out to
uh,
marching band, dude. Because if it wasn't for them, football games
band.
would not be as
Like,
cool.
pep band
You know,
was
like
fun. Like the way that they would play music.
Bro, I will give the marching band kids their credit. Credit is due to them. They were awesome. A lot of my friends are in marching band. Andrew, Philip. Okay, but still, it was not for me. Okay, I wanted out of there, and that's why.
Well, it's because you had
So-
2 left feet, man. There's no way
my
you were
God.
marching, dude.
Could you what that? I remember just having to do like parades in middle school and try to like keep time with my feet and march forward and stay in rhythm with
And you
everybody.
carry that big
While
ass
also playing
baritone
notes
around.
and stuff on that big old
Yeah,
thing.
you could barely walk straight. Let it like
Yeah.
just
I
just
can't even
basic.
walk down a hill without turning my foot crooked. Like,
You sure
what the heck
right.
are we talking about? How
You
the heck am I
sure-
supposed to be able to keep time?
You
and
were
march and
salty
play
as
an
hell that day
instrument?
too when I said that.
Oh,
Was it 5th grade that we got the like the one musical instrument that I was like in my head, the one that put it in my head that I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna join band, was that damn recorder. Like I was playing Mary Had a Little Lamb and shit, and I was like, damn, I'm playing the shit out of this. Or Itsy
hot
Bitsy
cross
Spiders,
buns.
Hot
I
Cross
got
Buns,
through hot
whatever.
cross buns, and then I was like, no thanks. It's
No,
not for me.
I said no thanks to the trombone because I was like, I ain't carrying this shit everywhere I go. Like, no.
You know,
But no,
truthfully, though,
enrichment was so fun.
I didn't like who I became in band. That was the problem.
Who you
Remember,
became?
I hung out with the wrong crowd in band.
Who?
Dwayne. Remember Dwayne Hurd?
I
And
remember
not that,
Cass.
not that, yeah, Cass.
Oh,
Not that he was
okay.
a bad kid. I was purposely being a little D-bag at that age. I don't know why. I was trying to showcase myself, but I vividly remember because Philip and I tell this story. It was in middle school band that Philip and I met, and we met because I was being a little jerk. The baritone sat behind the trombone players, so Philip sat basically right in front of me. Cass dared me one time to pull the chair out from in front of him, and I did because, of course, I'm, trying to be trying to be liked and doing
I don't think I
stupid
remember
childish
him.
crap. So I pulled the chair out from in front of Philip, and Philip hit the ground and then got up pissed off and looked at me, and I told him off and said,
So you're
"Don't cry
like,
about it."
there's gonna be 3 hits: me hitting you, you hitting the floor, and the ambulance hitting 90.
Hang on, who did I say that to? I don't
Jordan
remember who.
with his Mountain
Was that
Dew.
Jordan?
Me?
Yeah, when Miss Smith said I would hit him, and
Oh
then
my
that's when Josh was
gosh.
like, "Man, there would be 3 hits: me hitting
That's
him,
right.
Jordan
That's
hitting the
right.
floor, and the ambulance hitting 90."
That's what I did. I shook up your nut
Fuck yeah, you did. She called you out too.
She did. She was like, I'd hit him.
And
I'd
then,
hit him for
and
doing
then
it.
like she goes, she was like, I'm just bound to just turn around and let him hit you. And then that's when Josh
Man.
pops off with there'd be 3 hits.
Man, there'd be 3 hits.
I don't
I'd
remember
hit
it,
him,
but
he'd hit the floor, and the ambulance would hit 90.
Oh,
such a d-bag, dude.
but no, enrichment though. Like I loved enrichment. We didn't do math. We didn't do anything in there. We watched movies. I think we read maybe.
Yeah, it
a
was kind of
book.
like catch up on your homework if you had any. If
Yeah,
not,
like-
just don't be a nuisance.
It didn't enrich our lives or anything or make it better, but like it was way better than band and orchestra. That's for
You
damn
say
sure.
it was way better, but I don't know, man. I learned.
Dude. Miss,
Those things never
Yeah,
never
I don't
appealed to me, like band and orchestra.
I took piano lessons for like a few like lessons, and like I was like this. I couldn't be dedicated enough. So
Nope.
that's too much. But
Cool.
band was not for me either.
I
Jo-
enjoyed aspects of band. I don't think band was long term going to be what I was going to be a part
This
of.
damn dog.
There's some hella scholarships out there
Piss
for
me
band
off.
too.
Bro, for
Bro.
real. There absolutely is.
But like what? Like Jordan, you did like outside of band. Like what other stuff? Like Josh, you did track and field for sports.
I did do a little bit of track and field. I didn't
Jordan did
stick with
track.
it. I think I quit after.
I did track for a year.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Really?
Fuck that.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was one of
javelin.
them.
Because Drive was
that's
like,
right,
hey,
so field.
you want to throw the javelin?
That's
you got an
right.
arm. Okay.
Okay.
It's like sophomore year, freshman year, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
But like you didn't do any other sports though, did you? Except for that, like I did wrestling, and then like in the summertime I did swimming. But
I never
I
explained
did
this to
baseball a
me.
couple years.
I was just
You did?
going to say.
Yeah,
I never
you were.
got to watch you play baseball,
Mhm.
and that drove me nuts.
Nope. Okay.
sorry,
Because you
my dog
played
is
with
pissing me off.
like Chris Marquez, Marquise Hill, all them played on that team, didn't they?
2
Yep.
years. I
Jake
don't
Harrison.
remember. Was that like freshman year only? Because I wasn't there.
It was junior,
8th grade
senior,
and stuff?
sophomore, junior.
Oh, I
It was
don't.
in high school.
I just don't
Freshman,
remember you ever
sophomore, I
playing.
think, bud.
Freshman, sophomore, maybe.
I think it would have been
Sophomore, I
freshman.
don't remember.
remember-
But I was also in wrestling.
You remember?
So.
You remember when? No, it had to be junior year too, because
Was
that's
it?
when I started chewing.
Oh,
Do you remember, Bobby? Oh, obviously you remember the story when you gave me that chew.
Very, very vividly.
And then Coach Will fucking hated when people chewed.
Who's
So
Coach Will?
so I had a what?
I don't remember Coach Will.
The head coach, the head coach for baseball. He was in what was that Votech building or some shit?
Oh, that's probably why, because I never took any classes in there. I didn't know who it was.
I had. What did I have over there? I had some class.
Oh,
like
I
a
guess I
CAD
did.
drafting class. I
you
think
did
is what I
CAD
took.
drafting, didn't you?
I took
Yeah.
computer graphics, but I don't remember any other teachers except for that guy that was a little
Yeah, it was
different.
Coach. I
A little
think Coach
fruity.
Will was over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, he'd walk around and he would do this to people's lips just in case you had a chew in. And I'm like, this
Really?
motherfucker- yeah. And then Bobby got me hooked on this fucking chew. So I learned to like hide it back here and shit. And then I remember Coach Will was like, he was like Dryling. Like
What,
he
baseball?
was a D-bag, but he was funny as shit sometimes. And
Yeah.
I remember, I forgot who it was, but some player forgot their cleats. And there was like a
It was
freshman or
Blako,
sophomore
and
kid.
it was Blako, and it had to have been Blako.
No, he wasn't playing baseball. But there was a
did
kid
track.
sitting over there. I don't remember who the fuck it was. Coach was like, "Hey, are you playing today?" He's like, "No, I don't think so." He's like, "I know you're not playing today because I'm the head coach." He's like, "Take off your cleats and give them to this guy." And I don't remember who the fuck it was, but this kid had to take off his cleats because fucking
Bro,
Joe
that's
Blow
so
forgot his cleats.
brutal.
But Dryden
Damn.
did the same shit.
I know it's still so brutal though.
No.
Such a cold move.
Speaking of vocational like classes, like have you seen what the hell the schools offer now?
Oh my god,
Yeah, it's
dude!
good
no,
shit.
okay, hang on. First off, let me add to this conversation. Our school, like Reed Spring, the one I'm a school board member of, we are about to become probably the coolest freaking school in the
State of Missouri?
Midwest. Oh no, more than the state of Missouri. We have a $17 million. No, sorry, scratch that. $34 million. Half of it was $17 million. The state of Missouri co-funded, helped us fund a career center that's
Yeah.
going to get built for the kids' senior year, and it is state of the art, man. Like, in fact, I was just talking, and I don't think this is actually officially public information yet, so I don't know if I'm supposed to share this or not, but I won't give away the details. I'll just say this. I'll say this. We're going to get to the point where a high school senior can take classes that they then do a 1-year program with a local technical college, and then they have their LPN completely
Yeah, that's what Hutch
debt-free.
is doing now. I was going to bring that up. Hutch is doing CNA.
1 year out of
LPN.
high school, they can have their LPN, licensed practicing nurse, debt free.
Hutch
for
is
all of
doing
the
that.
school. So like they have to be a part of what's called the A+ program, which requires them to be like in advanced classes, to do tutoring, to like reinvest their time in younger kids. It's a really good program. But
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get this dog.
there's all like I really love it. It's insane. And so LPN, EMTs, Casey right now is doing marine tech, like learning how to do boats, like mechanic work on boats, small engine repair, electronics, body, all that stuff. He's been studying that all year. It's, hey, what's up, Charlie? Love that dog. But
yeah, don't they got
no,
like
it's-
E3 and shit like that? The
Yeah,
stuff that we
it's
would have like
insane.
excelled in.
oh my gosh, could you imagine if some of this stuff would have been available to us? There was what? There was welding, CAD drafting,
Computer
graphics. I took 2 years of computer graphics.
Yeah, and
I
then
really
like
love
small
that.
engine
Small
Yeah,
engine
small
assembly
repair,
or
engine.
yeah.
something.
Yeah, it was real basic stuff. No, nowadays, man, it's insane what they're learning how to do.
Yeah, but like
I think
these
that one of the big
kids-
things we had was DECA.
Yeah, but DECA was like working off site, so like you would get a job and that would be counted as your class.
Yeah, but like,
And they've had that since like the 60s.
yeah, but I think DECA was like, looking back, DECA of the courses that Hutch offered when we were in school, DECA probably set you up for quicker success than
Right. that makes
what
sense.
these other classes did.
I still don't think it comes close to what's being offered
Oh,
nowadays.
But, like,
That's
you can
what's
get, like,
insane, man.
You can get like a lot, like you can take law enforcement classes that like give you credits
crime
to
scenes
like
and shit
Yeah.
that we have
Yeah.
up here.
The one that Hutch has is like now they have like, because you hire 18 at the prison now, like you've got these tours going on for law enforcement. So if they go work for the prison, then they get like a scholarship to go to a college for a law enforcement degree. I was like, what in the world? Like if that was even like an option, like I don't even think back then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go work at the prison.
Yeah, and even Aubrey, she wants to be a teacher, and they offer like student teaching classes in high
Yep.
school.
Yeah.
Like, what
Wild.
the fuck? Where the fuck was this shit at?
And that building
Bro,
that Hutch
that's-
has is just like Josh said, it's state of the art. Like it's powered by a wind turbine. Like it's all the like it's crazy.
The new Career Center is going to offer 13 different programs, 13 different career paths that they can get set on for Reed
Did you
Springs.
imagine
Isn't
if
that
podcasting
insane?
was a thing back when we were in school? You could like do that for fun.
Called YouTube.
Yeah, but YouTube didn't come out till like what, the year that we were seniors?
YouTube?
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. I always think
2006
YouTube's always
or
been there.
7.
YouTube
No.
was around for longer than that.
Let's
YouTube
look it
I
up.
started
think
in
YouTube
6 or
came out in
7.
like 01. I think it was when we were in
06 or
middle
7.
school.
That's my guess. Jordan's gonna Google it.
No,
Mine's just
2000 February 14, 2005 was when YouTube was founded.
2005.
Really?
It was
That's fucking insane. I always think YouTube's like
our senior year.
2005.
like the Bible.
And
you
then
know?
I was gonna
Google
say, I thought it
and
was
then
further
Google
back than
bought
that.
it in like
The Bible's
2011
always
maybe.
been there.
Yeah, like where would we be without YouTube now? Like school like would have been way better. Like you could have learned so much shit. Or just to be on YouTube, like you know how many people would probably have like succeeded just to be on YouTube back then? Just from the stupid stuff that we did.
Oh yeah.
Especially
yeah.
us. Like because if
Yeah.
YouTube was around before that,
Like our backyard championship wrestling we used to do.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm
God,
saying.
Dude,
If
we
DJ
had
would have put that on
millions of
YouTube.
subs, bro.
Bro, Slice and Dice would be a household name.
You sure
Do you
right it
understand
would.
that?
You sure right it would. And then when I cut my ear on that coffee table when we were wrestling,
Ooh. Giggity.
that would have been in there.
I want to see Jordan do the swanton off the roof again. That's all I want to see. Just one more time.
I think your mom
Swanton
never
off
wants
the
to see
roof.
anybody on her roof again. But
Yeah,
no, hey, let's
all those cookie sheets we used to break of hers. Poor
yes,
lady.
sir.
She put
Right
up
in
so
the
much
head.
shit.
She
days
really
to
did, man.
NFL kickoff. Sorry, I was just seeing how many days we had left. How many days to NFL
She was a
kickoff?
place of peace and chaos, though. That's for sure. Guys, Harlan Championship Wrestling, all in action, man. It was so much fun. We were there for the Local Legends show there in Leavenworth. Jordan, you were there. That was a blast.
That was. Yep.
We had a lot of fun, a lot of great matches, a couple of championship bouts that went down. No titles changed hands, thank goodness. But we have got lots of big, exciting stuff going down. So great matches. Anything, Bobby, you weren't there. Anything
First-
you want to know about
Well-
that you were excited to hear? Because let me tell you, there was a lot of good matches.
What was your favorite match?
Oh, okay. So Jose defended his title. Who did Jose defend against?
What was that? Logan, TG,
Yeah,
Tommy Too Good.
T2G.
T2G.
T2G. Okay, Tommy Too Good. Okay. So first off, those two, they're best friends. So they like wrestling together. They're natural. So like, do you remember when we were kids goofing off and wrestling
Oh,
in the
Buff.
backyard? Jordan.
What'd you do?
That's hot.
Is that what? Is that a Chubby Buddy a biscuit bomb that blew up in your mouth?
It
No.
blew up. He's burning. It's a chunk of
Ooh.
burning something.
Ooh, what is that?
That's
The Amber
that
Helper?
looks delicious.
That's some goulash with motherfucking cornbread. You
Oh,
gonna eat that
let's go.
cornbread? Damn
You
right, I'm
know-
gonna eat my cornbread.
You know I'm gonna eat my cornbread. Oh gosh. Oh man.
Well, Jose
Anyways,
and
good match.
TG.
Had a really fun triple threat match in the final match. That's
Mm.
didn't that actually got changed
Mhm.
into a fatal 4-way. That was
Mhm.
really cool. So if you remember, there's some bad blood brewing between Aaron the Prodigy Helms and Remington Roar, and Prodigy has a
Ooh.
tendency to do a lot of this. But when it comes time to stand toe to toe, They haven't exactly had a chance to really clash. And they go to start this match. It's Prodigy Paradox and it was
Villasong.
Balasong. Yeah, Balasong had a great match, great spot. That was kind of one of his first runs at a big event like that, and he showed up. He definitely put in work. But yeah, no, so they go to start the match, and out of nowhere, Remington comes into the ring, just spears and levels Helms, just takes him to the mat, and says, "You're not running from me. You can't go anywhere." And so Billy just decides to come out, and I think it was Paradox. Got pissed because he interfered in the match, and he's like, "Come on, we're trying to have a match here. Why don't you put your freaking title on the line and get in the ring with us?" And so Remington's like, "All right, let's do it." So Remington gets in, it turns into a fatal 4-way.
For the title.
Oh, dude, it was just, it was for the title. And it was just a beatdown. But of course, who do you think ate and walked away? The carnivore, Remington Roar, baby. Oh, you just don't mess with that man.
He gives me a
He
mild
will eat
chub.
you alive, bro. I get it.
Dude.
And then Paradox. Paradox. So he's walking. So I got front row seats, right? So he's walking around. And he got on the outside of the ring. He's getting his ass whooped by Remington Roar. He comes over to my table, right? I have a bottle of Mountain Dew.
He shook
What
it
do you
up.
think?
He shook it up. Oh,
He took it and chucked it.
Bro,
And I'm like, this motherfucker, dude.
You should have took
and
you should have asked for the mic and be like, "You want to know what happened to the last guy that shook up my damn Mountain Dew?"
Jordan was so pissed.
Josh immediately came over, started laughing. It was like holding me back a little bit.
I was like, "Jordan, it's a show. You can't do that."
That pissed me off, dude.
Man, it's so funny.
I'd love to see a picture of his
The
face. Like,
one thing, like, there's no way he knows how annoyed
we've talked about it
you
on here,
are
so
by
I
that.
wonder if he listened to the episode.
I don't
Gosh,
know.
I hope so. That would be hilarious if that's the case. But all in all, it was a great spot. He definitely secured his role as a villain in Jordan's eyes. It was so good.
Well,
And
speaking of Remington, go ahead.
The show as a whole, there was only like, 6 to 8 matches?
Yeah, 6 matches, I think.
So it was a lighter card.
Smaller card, but man,
But,
it still put
yeah.
out.
But the entertainment, the value that you got for those 6 matches was well worth it.
Well, like,
I'll
speaking
tell
of Remington.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, the last show that I was at HCW, and he came out with the chains around his neck, and, like, he starts, like, whipping them and shit, you know, kind of like a monster. This girl, like, I thought she was about to get hit in the dome with it. I was like, oh, shit. I'm in the ring, standing, waiting for him to get to the ring. I'm like, oh, like, everything was going through my mind. Like, if this bitch gets hit with a chain, like.
Damn, why she gotta be a bitch, bro?
I didn't
You
know
don't know her
she was.
name?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
This
terrible.
broad better not get hit with a chain.
Broad. That's, oh my gosh. We'll just go generationally insensitive phrases for women. No biggie.
And then after the show, my fat ass goes in there. Daniel's like, hey, go take a few bumps. I was like, no. I was like, it's BJ's ring. Like, I'm not. He's like, I bought the ring too. And I was like, okay, but like, it's BJ's show. I'm not just going to go in the ring. So I go to the ring and I take a couple bumps. And BJ's like, hey, run the ropes. So I run the ropes or whatever. So I did a front bump, which is like a front flip.
Yeah.
So then I get out and I'm like, God damn, that shit sucks, dude.
I don't miss
No.
that shit at all.
Get back in shape and get back in the ring. Everybody wants to see Jordan Rivers back at it.
No.
Yes.
You two, BJ or Billy, and Daniel want to see it. Nobody else wants to see it.
I don't know. I feel for you, dude. I don't want to
Isn't that enough? Don't you enjoy
it's hard to get
having
into
fans?
the ring, like, let alone running ropes and taking bumps and shit. Like,
I mean, it was cool, but like, dude, that's a lot. Like, that shit hurts.
Oh man, I feel for you, dude. I do, and you're right. Seriously, especially nowadays, I like taking a bump. You feel it way more, and it lasts longer.
Yeah,
Like, it's longer to recover from. That's the problem. So, but yeah.
so what other matches were a title shot? Like, you had Jose win.
Jose had his match against
Did he win?
Tommy. Jose kept his title.
Mhm.
I don't think it
You
was.
had a double tag or neutral.
There was a mixed
tag
tag.
team.
Mixed tag match was really good. With Grace and Chance taking on
Stormy Renee,
Stormy,
and
and
Rasmus
Logan.
Calvin.
Oh. Logan Knight.
No,
No, you're right. It was Calvin.
Yeah,
Oh,
You're right,
Calvin
it was Calvin
Aldridge.
Ridley.
Oh, that's
Calvin
right.
Ridley.
Calvin
You're
Aldridge.
right.
Calvin
It wasn't
Ridley?
Logan Knight.
Motherfucker for the Jags.
Oh my god, Calvin
Dude
Aldridge.
came-
Calvin
dude-
Aldridge.
Damn, I didn't know he was there.
Oh, I pulled a Bobby.
Hey,
Yeah,
Oh,
so, we even
gosh.
mix them up with football players too. So,
Yep, that's great. That's
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
so who won that match?
Man.
Stormy
that
Renee
one-
and Calvin.
Yeah, Stormy and Calvin beat out Grace and Chance, but it was a really good match. A lot of good wrestling in it.
Mhm.
So did Remington
know,
wrestle Red?
No, Red was not able to make it to
Oh,
the
okay.
show,
He had
so
some-
Red
that's
couldn't
the one
make
that
it.
changed.
Issues going
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't
So
able to make
Red,
it.
Yep, Red unfortunately couldn't make it, but
Which
they put on a pretty
irritates
good.
me because I love Red James, dude.
Red brings so much fun energy, dude. He is a smart ass that just absolutely knows what he's doing.
He loves Red James, and his wife knows about it.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
I'm gonna figure
Uh,
that's a pun for why I wasn't here last week.
In fact, it
Well,
was.
seriously, man, like we said, Local Legends was a phenomenal show. Lots of great matches, couple of good title defenses. Jump on their Patreon if you want to see it. They'll get that stuff uploaded. Always catch those good matches. We get to be the announcers, thankfully, of the up and coming show, which is Last Chance. Do we have dates on that, Bobby? I'm not
Last
sure. I
chance
know.
is March 30th.
That's right, March 30th.
At
March 30th,
Wichita
obviously, at the
Osage Rec
Osage
Center.
Rec Center.
The last leg before
Yeah,
their
this is going to
biggest
be
show
the
of the
last big event before HCW's largest event of the year, Legacy.
year.
Legacy
HCW's
is
WrestleMania.
the Super Bowl, the WrestleMania, the Masters Tour, the World Series. Like, it is the main event of main events, so you don't want to miss it. And we get to kind of announce. So the show right now coming in is Last Chance. It's the last one leading up to it. April, I know, is when Legacy will take place. But coming up in the Last Chance show, we get to announce the tag team match of the Para Rock Stars, which, if you know them, they have been in the battle, in the mix for the KWA tag team titles, been going after ACFC. Those guys were the champions until the most recent show, Road to Legacy in Wichita, where Chancla Violence, the phenomenal team, rightfully earned their belts. So, Chancla Violence obviously being the champions, the KWA Tag Team Champs. So what's going to happen is this match that we're going to see at Last Chance is going to be for the number one contender spot. So this will be the team that faces Chancla Violence at Legacy.
And Chocolate
so
Violence
you-
actually beat Rebel Hearts, not ACFC.
Yeah, oh, Rebel Hearts, that's right, not ACFC. Rebel Hearts were the champions.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're
Thank you.
slipping today, dude. Between
I
Calvin
am,
Ridley,
dude. Golly.
Yeah,
Rebel
right.
Hearts, I apologize. I hope I didn't offend. So the match that we are announcing, the number one contender spot match, it is a tag team match with the tag team of Ricky Wingrave and Kargar, who are definitely area favorites, versus the Para Rock Stars, who obviously always put on a good show. That's Paradox and Tommy Too Good.
Tommy
Uh,
Too Good? No, Tommy
Right?
Too Good.
No, not Tommy Too Good.
It's I forgot the guy's name. It's
not Tommy.
Chris. Here, I'll get it for you while you're talking.
oh boy,
Help me.
I'll get it while you're talking.
Thank you.
I have it on my notes somewhere, I'm sure. Nope.
I feel so useless, dude. I'm just eating and I don't even know.
That's all right. But keep going with the matches for the number one contender.
Yeah, so the match is for the number one contender spot. So Ricky Wingrave, Kargar, these two have teamed up before. In fact, they had a match in Leavenworth. We watched them wrestle in Leavenworth. It was a really good match.
Right out
and
Nerf guns.
Yeah, that was cool. They shot some Nerf guns, and it was a cool shot. But Those two versus a pair of rock stars, obviously big contenders, wanting to win those KWA tag team titles. Gosh. Woo.
I actually don't have his name listed, so it is Paradox with his. They don't
It's
have his name
Paradox,
listed.
and I am so sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're blanking.
This guy.
Yeah.
I know he's in a band. Damn it. It'll come to
I was
me.
in a band.
It's we failed.
I know.
Ooh.
I feel like a jerk. He's gonna hate me when we
No,
see him again.
I got papers
Wait,
here.
that's not Logan Knight, is it?
No,
No,
not Logan Knight. Christian Temple. Nope, not that one. I keep all my cue cards. But also, one more thing before we finish this segment. We also, Mr. What? Who was that? Sorry, I don't want to detour too much. Mr. Johnny Faith had open heart surgery.
Yeah, we definitely want to highlight that. Johnny Faith open heart surgery. That was successful. He is in recovery now. So he is on the battle of building back up.
Colton Alexander is the gentleman's name.
Thank you, sir. Colton, we apologize. I
failed.
apologize. I failed you.
Oh, I should have known too.
So, but pair of rock stars versus Ricky Wingrave and Cargar for that #1 contender spot. So we're going to get to see, of those two teams, which one is duking it out versus Chunk La Violence for those KWA
Which
tag
is
team
the
titles.
Chubby Buddy #1 fan.
They are the Chubby Buddy #1 fan, man. We feed them good buffalo chicken, and they love us for it. So, yeah. So do not miss that. So make sure you don't miss it. Last Chance. This is not your last chance, but the show is called Last Chance. Make sure you catch it March 30th. 5 o'clock doors open, 6 o'clock bell rings for the main event. It's going to be a blast. We'll see you there.
Hit that ding ding.
Ding ding. Also, jump on their social media, follow them, HCW Live, right?
Yeah, HCW Live 23, I believe is their handle.
Okay. HCW Live 23. But follow them on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And then they're, of course, on Patreon, which you can become a member and subscribe to them.
$5 a month.
And $5 a month, get all sorts of great video and commentary, all that good stuff. Is commentary up yet? Or is that getting...
I don't know if they had
almost?
it at the Leavenworth show, but I know for sure the first time they did the live or the color commentary was on the last Wichita show.
So Wichita has had color commentary.
Yeah, they just did it the last one, which was
I don't think they had it in Leavenworth.
Yeah, they probably didn't because it's like much more to set up. So, but they did do it at the last Wichita show.
All right.
So that is up.
Well,
but
there
you
you have
also
it,
get
folks.
all the previous shows. So
there you have it, folks. Heartland Championship Wrestling. At it again. Make sure you don't miss it. Come see the show.
all right, let's see if Josh
made our
can nail
place
this.
fun.
Oh, damn it! Josh had it on the dot last time.
What?
So I got to try to get this again?
No, I'm going to see if Jordan get it. I'm going to see if Jordan get
gotcha.
it. How many
Okay,
days, hours
Oh,
to the next NFL kickoff?
How long till NFL kickoff?
like regular season?
Regular season.
Yeah.
Was it March, April, May, June, July, August, September? So that's 6 months. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 176 days.
Dang, that's
Woo!
close.
Oh my
172
God.
days,
Damn
4
it.
hours,
172.
38 minutes, and 31 seconds until NFL kickoff.
He asked me
Till the
that
Chiefs
last
three-peat?
time we recorded. Yes, sir.
He
Till
was
the
off by
Chiefs
1
start
day, I
three-peat
think.
Season.
I think it was
Hollywood
He
Josh
said
was
off
one,
by
it was
1 day.
184 and some change, and I had said 185.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. But no, I don't even know when the
Baseball
draft
opening
is.
day coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
so exciting.
Oh, no.
Draft day's coming up next month.
You must be excited. Cubs will be in first again for 2 games at least.
We'll see.
We shall see. Well, first of all, let's talk about some NFL news. I mean, a lot of this stuff is now old since we didn't record last week, but like I would say the biggest for the Chiefs is probably Chris Jones is coming back.
Oh yes, the re-signing of Chris Jones is huge. We love that news. Very, very exciting. Also got a few younger or not younger guys, but under guys, second team guys. We re-signed Wharton. I don't know if you saw that, Jordan.
Oh yeah, to Sean Wharton.
We also to Sean. We also re-signed
Mike Pennell, I believe.
Noddy and and Pennell
Yeah.
and Noddy. So
Yep.
I actually think
all
one of the
those-
biggest
all
news
those
that
guys
the
that are
Chiefs
great
just got was
filling-
Marquise Brown. Like, that's going
bro,
to be wild.
Hollywood Brown, that is very exciting. How do you feel about that, Jordan?
I mean, I'm excited. It's somebody to stretch the field for sure.
I know, right? So
How many years
I
was that contract?
It's just a 1-year deal.
It's just a 1-year deal. He's got a chance to prove himself.
At least
It's
they
a
did
$9
something.
million deal, but it could be evaluated at $11 million.
I was looking at a stat, like a little, just a picture of a stat that showed fastest or most 20 plus mile an hour
shit.
plays. Did you see that?
Yeah, he was ranked second, I
And
think is what it was.
He's ranked second at like 33. The first
Could you-
place though is Tyreek Hill at 73 plays.
Sorry to
Like-
cut you off, but could you imagine this color of green in his hair? Bro.
In
Yogi.
whose hair? Oh,
Falcor.
Yeah. Falcor down there. Jordan, look at that dog. Tell me that dog don't look like Falcor.
I don't think Jordan
looks
knows
like
who
a-
Falcor is.
No, but it looks like a cotton pillow.
You don't remember the giant dragon from Neverending Story?
No, he doesn't.
So disappointed.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
but yeah, I
We're
think
friends, but we have so many things not in common.
Well,
It's so
opposites attract, you
ridiculous.
know?
I guess, baby. I love it.
and I'm gonna start this off with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, we haven't done anything. We never do during like free agency. I can't remember a time that we like made news for signing somebody in free agency. I think the biggest person we've signed in the past 5 years during free agency would probably be Stephon Gilmore. Would probably be the biggest name. But again, we didn't do anything. But what scares the shit out of me is the Eagles. The Eagles, like I feel like
Oh.
Brucey like did in Longest Yard, like, and all the dudes came over and like, yeah, we want to play now, and he's like, oh, now I'm never gonna get a play. Like that's how I mentally go. Like we're never gonna be the winners of that division now. Saquon
Such a
Barkley
great-
scares. If it doesn't scare a Dallas fan or anybody else in the NFC East, then you're crazy.
You should be very scared.
I'm worried. I mean,
How do you
that,
feel about Van Der Esch?
I didn't
Are
see.
you okay
what,
with that?
I didn't
they
see what happened. I
dropped
actually,
him.
oh yeah. I mean, the dude can't
They
stay
cut
healthy.
him.
He can't stay healthy.
I get it.
He's just like Sean Lee. We kept him. We kept dragging him along for how long? 5 years, and he was hurt every single year.
Yeah.
So I mean, our defense isn't bad, but like now that Dan Quinn's gone, starting over. And our defensive
Yeah.
coordinator was from the 90s, the last time he coached Dallas. Who's to say he can keep up with the offenses today? Last time he coached at Dallas was when we won our last Super Bowl. That's nothing.
Oh, could be a
Well,
thing.
I'm sorry Dallas is struggling. On the Kansas City side, I've heard rumor
They're not
that
struggling. They just aren't doing anything.
Snead. I've heard rumor that Snead may not actually be going anywhere. That the franchise tag, he may just play on the franchise tag
Yeah, I heard
if
that.
we don't get a good enough offer.
Yeah, because I think the Titans offered like a third round, and they really wanted a second round, which I think even a second round is a bit low.
I
for
agree.
The value that he's worth.
He's phenomenal. The way he's such a shutdown corner, he should be worth a first round pick, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, here's something to strike a conversation, like without thinking about it, and everybody during free agency, what team stands out the most that did better for themselves throughout all of free agency?
Commanders.
Think
I don't even know who all they got. I just know they made a ton of moves.
I like the Packers.
the Packers.
Really? You think the Aaron Jones move was smart? It
It
feels
was
too
Aaron
lateral.
Jones. It was Xavier McKinney.
It feels too
um,
much of a lateral move to drop Aaron Jones and then turn around and pay Josh Jacobs what they paid him.
Yeah, they paid Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs exactly what's his face got to go to the Vikings. I think, like it's pretty close.
I just think the Packers overall are. I don't know. I was
They're a
impressed with
young
all their
team.
moves that they made.
were a young team.
I mean, I
but
think
they-
they still are. The quarterback's
Yeah.
what, 2-3 years in? Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Plus, he fucking tore it up last year.
I think this will
Like,
be his
Now
fourth season.
he's in his 4th year, bud.
Yeah, 4th or 5th year. He's outside of his rookie contract now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
but, like,
maybe hey,
he played
Sorry.
1 year. Like, I don't even count the years he was playing backup.
yeah, nobody had faith in him.
I count the game he played against us in Kansas City. We beat
Yep.
him.
Yeah, and then he beat us.
He beat the shit out of the Cowboys in the playoffs, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
No, I think the team that stands out the most is the Eagles. Like, that team was stacked already on the defense, and they just kept adding to it. And what
I think
the Giants' offensive court or GM is on drugs or something.
okay, so regarding the Steelers,
Oh,
now with
yeah.
this big move, how do you see that playing out?
But is that even a big move though? Like he's a backup quarterback.
Oh,
He's gonna be a
which
backup.
one?
Fields. He's gonna be a backup quarterback. He's not starting over Russell Wilson.
I
Justin
would
Fields.
assume. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Justin Fields, as far as I know, is not competing for the starting job against Russ Wilson.
Right. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I don't think that.
I think what you're about to say, like if what you're about to say is what I think you're about to say, I'm probably gonna agree with it. That this was a smart freaking move by the Steelers.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
No, okay.
I don't know what the Steelers are thinking, because okay, so you get Russ on this budget quarterback thing, right?
Exactly.
And you probably
That's the
also
thing.
get
You get
Justin
him for
Fields a budget
dirt.
quarterback too.
Cheap. You're getting Fields for certainly less than he's worth, because there's no way you had to trade.
But
They
do you
traded
really
a
want?
freaking
He's not
I'm
bad.
assuming,
round that
He didn't
can
do anything.
transform to a 4th round.
but I'm assuming that they
nothing.
want Justin Fields to be their franchise quarterback, right?
Yes.
But with that, do you really want him over shadowing Russ Wilson?
Yes. I want Russ Wilson, who was a legend in his early days in Seattle. When he was coming out fresh,
That's what
he
Denver
was
wanted.
phenomenal. That's what Denver wanted. I don't think Seattle's expecting that from Russ. They want the mind of Russ to prepare Justin for a year in the same manner, in my opinion, in the same manner that the Chiefs
Can you
did
hear me?
with Alex and
Okay.
Patrick. Yeah, we can hear you.
That was weird. It kept cutting off.
But that would be my thought, would be they're going to pull this just like we did with Alex and Patrick, and Steelers walk away with a baller freaking quarterback for their. I just can't believe the Bears would do that, like would make that trade.
They have the first round draft pick.
Well, I guess the Steelers aren't really
They're not in the same
their
division.
competition, though. It's AFC, NFC, so that's not a bad trade at all.
The Steelers won with that trade. I mean, they have a decent.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
he
I
can
agree.
he
Oh,
can
for
do
sure,
the
for
job.
sure.
They
He's
run
doing
with
the
a
job.
Russ deal.
There have been a decent amount of inner division trades that have been really
Giants, Eagles,
wild to see.
Vikings,
Yeah.
Green Bay. Another one that I kind of want to highlight are the Texans. The Texans are stacking that defense. That defensive line looks dangerous.
Well, that's scary because freaking CJ Stroud, if he gets enough weapons, that offense is going to be.
Well, I think he's got the weapons. You got Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Dalton
He's
Schultz,
set. He's
Devin
good.
Singletary. Like,
yeah.
offensively,
No,
they're not.
Singletary went somewhere else,
Oh, did he?
didn't he?
I think he got
Oh, yeah.
traded.
Somebody
And
else
then
just
Josh
signed
Jacobs
Singletary.
went to, or Joe Mixon went to the Texans.
Yeah, Mixon's there.
Oh, that's right. That's
so
right. They got
offensively, I think they're
Mixon.
okay.
He's looking pretty good. As a,
Dude, let's go
as a
Stroud.
second-year
All right.
quarterback, he's looking pretty good. I mean, he went to the playoffs his first year
Yeah.
with like
He didn't. He didn't quite pull it off, but he looked promising.
No, but it was super
I like it.
respectful or respectable for a
Yeah.
first year, especially Houston,
Absolutely.
who hasn't been good since Matt Schaub and Andre Johnson.
No.
No
Just say
way.
it hasn't been good. Just say it hasn't been good.
No, they went to the playoffs a couple times.
We've been around for the whole franchise. Haven't been good. Just say it.
Texans beat the Chiefs the one year, really like came back and won, didn't they? I'm just saying.
What?
Haven't been good.
Wasn't that the year that?
Texans
No, that
haven't
was the
been
year that the Chiefs. No, they beat the Chiefs in the wild card game like a while back, but JJ Watt was still there. It was a while
I don't
ago.
remember. Every time I
Gosh,
remember,
I
the Texans
hated
were always
playing the Texans when Watt played for them.
No, I hated
Because
playing the
Mariota-
fucking Titans.
Mariota was the quarterback.
Oh,
That was
I
the
do believe-
Titans. That was the
Titans.
Titans.
Oh, Titan,
and the
my bad.
Colts.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Titans and the
Andrew Luck.
Colts. Freaking just the way they had our number in playoff games. Ugh.
Go back to that. Go back to that Colts
Let's not.
Chiefs.
They were up by
No,
20
I'm just
points
saying.
at half.
Ugh.
The Chiefs Colts playoff game, right? We were up
Yeah,
20, 30,
16?
40 points, whatever the fuck it was.
It was like
Yeah.
21.
21
And
points.
just know that within the next 5 years we would win the Super Bowl. Like, just go back to that mindset.
Here's the thing. In that moment, I thought we would never, ever, ever win the Super Bowl because we just couldn't get past the freaking second round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the year, again, Alex Smith couldn't quite get us there. Ugh.
Well, no,
But of
there's
course,
just so many.
since-
The talent
since
is just
Patrick's
spread
been
out
here-
so well, I think, with the NFL.
Well, I mean,
Respect
That's
is
what
a
happens when you have a salary
concentrated-
cap.
There's a concentrated amount right here in Kansas City. That's why we're the back-to-back Super Bowl champs.
Back to back. The 2-time.
So, what's the percentage, like early prediction, like maybe, what are the chances you going to the Super Bowl again?
I got us
80%,
I got us at
70%?
1%, but I'm still giving this 1%. 1% perfect season.
What?
What?
Yes, 1%
What?
chance we run a perfect season.
'Cause I think
Undefeated.
the Niners were also like favored after the game to go to the Super
Sure.
Bowl now.
One-
I don't.
1% perfect season. That's real low. I think 20%, 30% chance.
One.
No,
To have a
30%
perfect season.
chance we make playoffs. Yeah, 1% chance that we have a perfect season.
What's the actual percentage though? Do you think for the NFL to have a perfect season? A team
Only
It's
one
so
team's
hard
ever
because
done
there's
it in
less
history.
than 1%.
Yeah,
it's
but
going
there's
to
Only
be
one
18
team's
weeks
ever
now.
done it in history. Yeah,
0.00001% is going to.
but we.
So
could
to
do
answer
it.
your question 2 questions ago, whatever. So the 49ers are favored to win the Super Bowl. They're at plus 500. Kansas City's number 2 at plus 750. Baltimore's 3 at 850. The Bills
That's
are
another
plus
team that-
1200, and Detroit is plus 1200.
That's another scary
Um,
team right there.
The other 3 teams with
Baltimore.
odds.
Offensively.
The Bengals 1400, the Cowboys 1600, and the Eagles at plus 1600.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after week 4. If the Dallas will be like way below that.
Well, we're 0-2 against Philly, so you know. But I haven't even looked at the Chiefs' schedule next year. I don't know if it's came out yet, but
Neither right.
You guys are playing all the number ones in the AFC.
But I want to know what division we play.
I think you play Atlanta's division this year, don't you? I
That's an
think.
NFC. We probably got an AFC.
Well, yeah.
we have an AFC division too.
Right. So I'm pretty sure that probably your guys' NFC team that you guys play outside the league for that 17th game would probably be the Niners for a Super Bowl rematch. Usually is. At least it has been in the past.
But we always play the Bills, even though we don't play their division.
Because they're
Because
number
it's-
1 in their division. But this year,
Well, I
was the
think it's just because
Dolphins,
of
wasn't it?
ratings.
I thought it was because the way that they choose it is like everybody that was number 1 in the AFC plays each other. You play your division twice, and then you play one other AFC division, and then one NFC division, and then one other extra team for that 17th week.
I
That's
mean, I
how
don't
it's-
know. I think it's
Well,
kind
no.
of random.
Well, now the only random one now is going to be that 17th game. Everything else is all mathematically done because of how you placed the previous year. So if you were number 1, you play all the number 1s in the AFC.
So
the
you're going
other
to
three,
play Baltimore.
you play Baltimore. You're going to play who won in the North? Was it the Bills or was it the Dolphins?
The Bills.
The Bills.
Okay, so the Bills are going to be on there. They're going to be on your guys' team to play, and then you play one of those divisions also, and then that third division. Who was the other one?
Yeah, but I don't think you
Jacksonville.
mathematically. I don't think you can play all those games
Well, yeah. Okay, so like they broke it down one day. So like there's
because you play
4
each your division twice.
Yeah,
so that's 6 games.
6 games plus 3 other teams in the division, 3 other teams in the AFC at number 1. That's 9. Plus 1 division of another 3 games. That's 12. Then another 4 in the NFC, and then 1 extra game at 17 games.
I don't know if that's how they do it. It just
No, they
doesn't.
broke it down on one of the like Fox and right before the Super Bowl. The only thing that's like random is that 17th week, or that 17th game that they added, and apparently they're adding an 18th. I guess is what the talk is.
I don't fucking know.
So
Only if they cut back. Oh man, don't do that. We can't be old people like that.
we're definitely that old.
I'd imagine it's only if they cut back.
Preseason game.
Preseason.
Yeah, preseason games.
And they didn't do that with 17.
For sure.
They still play 4, right?
No, they play.
No, they
three.
play 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Two.
So now they'll play
so
2.
they should cut it back to 2 if they're going to do 18.
What I think they should do is, I don't know what they should do.
2
And this is
exhibition
just me
games of their
listening
own
to Terry
choosing,
Bradshaw
and
talk about
then
how they
start
actually
the
do
season.
it.
Exhibition games,
Why not?
like
Then you
preseason
can-
games.
No, exhibition games that you broker with your own team. Like, there's all the division breakdowns and stuff, right? So, for preseason, instead of doing the random games, like, set up exhibition games for a purpose. Like,
But that's what I'm trying to say. There is the only like off the wall game is that one that they play like that's not normally on their schedule. That 17th game so far. With 16, it was perfect, and they did that for how many years? They did 16 games of playing everybody in the AFC once. That was number one division in the AFC, so that's another 3 teams of that one team that was number 1, and then one NFC team, and that's 16 games.
It doesn't make sense for them to do that.
That's how they've always done it. They play everybody in the conference that's whatever place they got the year before.
Like we
And-
played the Lions week 1. Lions didn't win
Right,
that fucking
because that was the
division last
NFC division that you played last year. You played Green Bay, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bears. You played that whole division last year.
yeah.
That
we
was
did
the
play 'em.
NFC team that you played. So then you played all the number ones in the AFC, and then one AFC division, and then your division twice.
year. Oh no, you might be right. Fuck, I don't know.
Dang.
I don't even know who the fuck we played last year. It's been so long.
Well, you played for the first game of the season was the Lions, because that was that division.
Yep.
But you played the Vikings, you also played the Bears, and you played the Green Bay Packers. And then you played your division twice. That's 6 games. And then you
Didn't we
played
also play?
all the other AFC teams that were number 1, and then one AFC division. So if it was the AFC North, then you played the other 3 teams on top of that number 1 that you already played because they were number 1.
Because we played the Niners week.
That was that
Did we play the
off
Niners?
the wall. No, you played the Eagles for your off the wall game this year. At like
Played the
week 9
Jaguars.
for the AFC because they were number 1 because they went to the playoffs and lost to you guys the year before
I don't.
with Trevor Lawrence because they went to the Chargers, beat the Chargers in the wild card game, and then went to play you.
So you can kind of determine who you play next year.
Yeah,
By how?
by the placing you can, but the only one you won't be able to do is that off. You just don't know when you're going to play them. So you don't know when you're going to play them, and you don't know what that 17th game is now. But you used to be
That's
able to
kinda
know
cool.
before the
No, it
season
ain't.
came
Because we're
out.
gonna play Baltimore, then we have to play fucking.
No, I'm saying like the only team you couldn't prepare for was that off the wall team now, like the 17th game. That's the only one you couldn't prepare for until they released the schedule. But you also don't know when your bye is and all that stuff. That's the only thing you didn't know. You knew who was first in their division the previous year.
I didn't know that's how they did it. If that's how they do it.
You guys have always played the number 1. Like if you were number 3, you're going to play all the number 3s from the previous year.
Interesting.
I figured you guys knew that.
I did not.
I haven't really paid attention. Like I.
Damn, that's another Geodetic Damon clip.
What is it? Did you just say it again?
Geodetic datum.
There it is. Geodetic datum, baby.
Damn it.
Bobby is
Who the
bright.
nerd
We're
is.
not just talking about his beard. This man's
Right.
got the smarts.
Sometimes. But no, the UFL kicks off this month. I think it's this coming up Saturday or Thursday. I think
Let's
they have
go
a
Battle
Thursday game to
Hawks.
kick off. MLB's opening day is in less than 30 days. Is it before the draft? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be, right? It's like the second week of April.
Cubs opening day is the 28th.
Oh, March. Okay, so
Cards
it's not even in April this year.
No, not the same. Hang on, this card's opening day.
It's gonna be that same week.
I was gonna say, I think it's the
Yeah.
day after. I'm not sure though.
And the other big thing outside
Baseball.
of football and baseball is March Madness
Baseball.
starts next week, I think, or the week after. Can't believe KU got beat so bad. Like they got beat by 30-point game and a 40-point
rough
game.
year for KU. I have not been watching,
it was
but
crappy.
Well, I don't even know who won the Big 12 tournament, but like they were playing. It was Texas Tech versus Houston, I think. Last night.
Cincinnati,
Or Cincinnati, maybe. I
I
don't.
think so. Because Cincinnati
we're
just beat
28th as
KU.
well.
Yeah.
We're 28th as well.
There's going to be no like perfect bracket. Like this is one of the like wild years for the Big 12 for sure. Like what's crazy is that KU is still doing so bad, but they're still going to get into the
Oh
tournament.
yeah, they'll get in the Sweet the 64 bracket.
But who knows? And then UFC 300s is in a couple weeks. That's a big one, big fight card.
I gotta
Take your word
ask
for it.
something, and I just gotta be that guy.
What guy?
Has the numbering system stayed consistent?
The numbering system
For UFC,
Yes. Yeah.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
I'm
Well,
sitting
all
here
right,
like,
so-
I think
but
I
here you go.
remember like 199 or something like
well,
that.
well, check this out. All right, so when UFC first started, right, it was only in one state, and where they had that was the very first one, I believe, was down in like Mississippi or something. That's the only place that would sign on the UFC. So UFC 1 happened in 1991. And then UFC
Lord.
2 happened in 1992. But now they're so popular that they're having one UFC number a month.
A month?
Yeah, one a month, one pay-per-view a month. And anytime that there's a pay-per-view, it's going to be a UFC pay-per-view. So they call it UFC number, blah, 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 blah. But back
So
then
last
they were
month
really
it was
doing...
$2.99.
Huh?
Last month was
Last month it was
$2.99.
$2.99.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was this month. It was actually the week that the wrestling show was going on. It was $2.99.
Because I just thought that there was just like, I'm like, has it really been 300? Like,
Yeah, this is number
What?
300. But like they would,
I
if they
can't
would
tell
have
you how
done what
bad
they're
I
doing
it's
am.
now,
funny. We
That's
were thinking the
what-
same thing.
if they were doing,
Alright.
but if they were doing what they were
I just
doing
didn't
back
give a
then,
shit enough to ask the question.
Well, I
Well,
was like, I feel so stupid every time I think about this, but like, I gotta know. And
I've
Bobby
never
would know.
followed it. Yeah.
but the biggest thing is that UFC back then would set up like a giant tournament, so everybody would fight to be number
Mortal
one, right?
Kombat.
So there was no like weight classes. So UFC 1 was the Super Bowl of MMA, and that's how it was for like the first 3 or 4.
But it was only in one state.
This
Well,
is
no,
one
that's the
place.
only place that would allow them to televise it. Like they had mixed martial arts, but they could only televise it, and the gaming commission would only sign off in Mississippi.
But
And
they
then it
still
started to
sold
move on.
pay-per-views or whatever from UFC
Nope.
1.
Actually, back then, I don't even know if it was even on pay per view. But like the only time that
It's probably
like,
a
Josh's
tape.
uncle,
You probably had
yeah,
a
Josh's uncle gave me the first 4, or it might have been 5 UFCs
Which
on
uncle?
VHS. Richard Miller.
tape. Richard, really?
That's how I
didn't
That's
know
how I
that.
found out about the UFC. It was him. He brought me
That's
these
so
tapes.
crazy. I didn't know
And he was
that.
like, "Hey, I think you'll like these." And I was like, "I'll check them out." And I went home and
You
I watched
did?
them. And I've been in love with it ever since.
Let me
So,
guess.
I mean-
it was like Hoist Gracie and Ken
Hoist Gracie,
Shamrock and some of
Ken
those guys.
Shamrock. I mean, everybody that you could think of that was a big name was in UFC 1 through 3.
I
But,
get
like-
it, dude. I've went back and looked at that stuff. It's pretty crazy.
But what's wild is UFC 2, I think, was a guy out of the crowd because somebody couldn't fight, so they picked a guy out of the crowd and he won the whole thing. And he was like
What?
an ex-cop. Yeah. That's how it was back then. But
That's so
now there's so many sanctions
Mortal
that
Kombat.
now they're able to do it in almost, I think it's like 47 states. So they're able to have a pay-per-view every week and they call it by that number. So
Every month.
that's how they're so high now. But if they would have done it like they used to do it, you would only be at like however many years it was. So if 91 to 2024, what is that? 35 years?
Yeah.
So you'd be UFC 35 technically if they were doing it the
That's
same
kind
way.
of what I was like. I was like, WrestleMania's only gotten like 50 in. Super
Yeah.
Bowl's only gotten like 50 in. How the hell's UFC already at 300?
It's because they count it for each pay-per-view. That's
Okay.
the easiest answer now. So, but no, that's it for
all I,
sports. Unless you guys
all
have
I
anything
know
else.
is in college, I used to go down to B-Dubs and get 50-cent wings
Yeah,
Thursday
buddy.
night
I go to Hooters.
and watch UFC fights. On Friday
Now I
nights,
get to
we'd
watch
go,
them.
we'd get wings, watch the fights.
And now that they have weight classes, it's just an even playing field. So like, there's actually like several belts instead of one, like there was at UFC 1, in which Hoist Gracie won it for like 5 years. So, but no entertainment, Jordan. I asked Josh this. I don't know like what you're watching anymore. Like, I don't even know if you even have time to watch anything. If you can
Appreciate
think
you
about
asking. I
that?
appreciate you asking, by the way, because it gave me time to think about it finally.
Like, Jordan, if you could think about Netflix, like exclusive movies or TV shows, like, could you think of a top 3 of like only on Netflix? Like, you have to have Netflix to watch it.
He asked me before we started recording, so that gave me time to think about it. So
See, and I
we'll
don't
let
really
you
know
go
like which
last.
ones are like exclusively.
Well, me
for
and Josh
Netflix.
can
Fair.
talk
I just,
about like what we have, then that way you can think about it. Like Josh,
like I
Well,
just
and-
watched Oppenheimer.
okay, that's
Oh,
a movie.
yeah, Oppenheimer.
And that
Yeah,
was
but-
like, but that went to like other platforms and it was in theaters. Netflix, it's only on Netflix. So like a TV show. Here, I'll just give you my number 1, and that for my Netflix for number 1 was Mindhunter. It's no longer on there. Like, hands down, that was
Mindhunter
my
was
favorite
good.
one. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you could only watch it on Netflix. This shit is flaky.
So under that same guidelines, then mine would have to be Black Mirror.
And I couldn't get into
I know
that.
it's an anthology, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really like dark sci-fi stuff, and it's futuristic, so I really like it. I think it's fun thing, and there's some actually pretty good episodes. It's an anthology, so every episode's different.
That's like
and I think
American
they only
Horror
have-
Story, isn't it? Or like every season of American
similar
Horror
to
Story.
that. Yeah,
My number 2 is Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit was so good.
never saw Queen's Gambit.
That's why. Well, you also probably don't like playing chess, though, do you?
I
Or did
love
you play-
chess.
You do? You would
Yeah.
love this show. I
Really?
watched this show in less than 3 days with Jamie. Like, Jamie has never played chess, and she was infatuated
I will
with
say
this
this:
show.
I don't play chess like competitively because I don't
Right.
care to get that
Right.
neurotic about chess. I
Right.
just enjoy the strategy element of chess. But
Yeah,
I've
and that's
seen...
really what this is all about, is just how this girl develops the skill to play chess.
Okay.
Phenomenal watch.
Is she like Magnus Carlsen level good?
No, well, like, this was based on actual events or whatever, but like the true story was of a Russian woman, I do believe. This was a
Gotcha.
book written by a different guy, so like, it definitely could have happened, but like, not many women play men in chess anymore today. Like, this was back before they
But-
had like separated stuff. So, but my number
So
3,
Queen's Gambit pretty good?
oh, I loved it. It was awesome.
Alright.
If you especially if you appreciate chess, it's just that like it's competitive. If you watch
I would
it,
throw
like,
in... I'd throw in for my number 2 would be Travelers.
Travelers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, it's a Canadian show. But there's 3 seasons. What's up? How's it going, Maddie?
He dyed his beard green?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Yes,
he
he
Didn't
did.
she? Jordan's actually. We can cut this part up. One of them celebrated a birthday not too long ago, wasn't it? Born on a leap year. Maddie, was she
Liv?
born? Oh, Liv. I didn't know
Nah,
which
she
one
was
was
born
born.
on a leap year.
Which one was? Oh, which one was born in February?
Liv?
Oh, okay. I thought one of them was born on actually like the leap year of like she was
No.
born on February 28th,
Uh-uh.
Leap Day? No.
leap day
February 29th?
or 29th. My bad.
Yeah.
Yep. She was born on the 28th.
She was close.
Of a leap year?
But
was
her
it
year
of a
wasn't
leap year?
a leap year, was it?
I don't know. Mathematically,
What year was she born? And I can tell you whether it was a leap year or not.
2000.
Yeah.
How? Oh,
Ye-
4 years.
It's just it's every 4 years. So
Oh, okay. So you subtract every 4 years from now.
So
this year was a leap year.
2024. So just go back.
2014.
When was she
2020.
born?
Yep. No,
No,
that's
she's
she
10.
was not born. That's not a leap year.
no.
2012
Dang.
12.
and 16 would have been leap years.
Dang. And you didn't have them far apart because I remember we, Jamie, Christine, Jordan, and I all went to the casino right after 50 Shades of Grey, and she was walking around pregnant, and I was like, dang, like she just had Livy. Like I was like, dang.
Dude.
Yeah,
We're
so
putting in
Livy
that
was
was
work.
talking
born.
about that.
Livy was born in February 2014. Maddie was born in April 2015. So there's only a couple
Love
months
it.
there where she wasn't pregnant.
She
Oh, I bet she was
had some
pissed.
wonderful things to say to you, Jordan.
She did.
I mean,
That's how she ended up pregnant.
It's that 50 Shades of Grey, man.
Ooh, spicy.
But no, your number 2 was Travelers. I would put my number 3 at. See, I have a toss up. Like I've got favorites, but Night Agent, it's pretty good.
Oh, Night Agent would be my number 3 as well, dude. Night Agent was pretty good.
Have you heard of any of these
if
that we're
not-
talking about, Jordan?
No.
Oh,
Dang.
you should look them up then. Night Agent would be up your alley. Travelers might even be. It's a sci-fi again, but it's people traveling from the future to change events in the past.
Oh, I think you talked
and
about that
it's-
last episode.
It's pretty good. Like it's a good show. I've talked about it on here before. But Travelers for sure. And then no, I take that back. Night Agent would not be my number 3. Stranger Things.
Yeah, I
would
never
have to
could get
be-
into that.
What?
Agent, there's only
Stranger
one
Things
season.
Is so good.
Yeah, the second
It's good.
season's coming out
It's good.
this like
It's
in a
worth
couple
it.
months.
It's worth watching.
really good show.
It's a good action show.
I have a number 4 and 5 if you want me to add those.
Let's hear
Number
'em.
4 is Lincoln Lawyer.
Okay.
That's
I-
got 2 seasons.
Would you believe I've still never watched the movie,
movie?
or the show? Yep,
What? You
never
haven't
seen
seen
it
the movie?
either.
Well,
Nope.
like the movie really it's not going to ruin it for you, but it's kind of like watching Jack Reacher. Like it's
Sure.
that, but the show's not as good for me because I think
It's
Matthew
not as
McConaughey.
good.
Matthew McConaughey plays that role, perfect.
Right.
But like, really, in the book, the guy's of Latino ethnicity, so like that's the only reason they made the show this way, just like they did Reacher. But it's still good. It's not as good as Matthew McConaughey is just a great A.
Yeah, I
actor.
watched season 1 of The Lincoln Lawyer.
Season 2 is really good too. 3 that's going to be coming out next year is going to be what they made the movie of.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it yet, Fubar,
I've seen Fubar. It's
With-
pretty good.
it was
Arnold?
really good.
It was good for what it
Like,
was.
No, more than
No.
that. I thought it was surprisingly good for an action comedy.
So you might actually
like
like my
TV
5th
show.
one. You might actually like my 5th one. It's no
All right.
longer on there, and that's going to be Santa Clarita Diet. I was upset when they pulled that off
not
of
a
Netflix.
chance. Not a chance. However, okay, yes and no, because I love Timothy Olyphant.
But you hate Drew Barrymore.
Cannot stand Drew Barrymore.
I don't like her either.
I just
So,
like the show.
what
For-
the heck? How am I supposed to deal with that show when I love the lead guy, can't stand the lead female?
But like that's what I'm saying. For what it is, like I'm not into zombie stuff. Like, but that was like
I
good
love
humor.
zombie stuff, but
It was good humor.
she's not funny or a good actor.
Okay,
So what am I supposed to do?
I
Just
don't know.
bear through it?
Swallow your pride.
Enjoy it?
Did
No,
you
thank
enjoy it? Did you enjoy it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Dang.
I do not like Drew Barrymore.
Dang.
I thought I was clear on this.
Like and hate is two different things.
The
Like,
last thing I watched with Drew Barrymore in it was probably Perfect Pitch.
Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch, yeah, that.
That was a good movie too.
No,
Fuck yeah,
50
Jimmy
First
Fallon.
Dates. 50 First Dates.
50
That
First
was
Dates.
the last movie I watched her in.
Dang.
Again, Adam Sandler, love him. Freaking Samwise Gamgee's in it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
Oh, Jordan.
The one show I loved to watch that I think was exclusive on Netflix was The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Ooh.
It was on
How
Netflix.
do you feel about the fact that Cavill's not coming back, though?
Well, I haven't watched it. And I don't know
Yeah,
what
he just
season they're on.
spoiled it.
3? No,
Well,
it's
I,
not.
I knew he wasn't doing it.
It was
Oh.
big news.
I think it was. I think I finished 2 or 3. I don't know if they made a new one, but
No, they don't have a more recent one than 3. So all
Okay.
3 of the
Then I
ones
think
that
I'm
are
caught up.
out are Henry Cavill's.
yeah.
If they do anything else, it's going to be with a new lead.
But the one that Jordan, I think, did kind of like bring eye to is like you did see Mindhunter. I think out of the ones that we said,
Yeah.
like I'm upset that they're not bringing those back. Like
I
that
know.
was like one of the best shows that they had on there.
Mindhunter had a lot of. It built really well.
Yeah.
It had a lot of good
Like,
suspense.
What I
and
enjoyed about it is
everything.
that they
I
were
don't
building
know why
up to.
that didn't keep going.
They claimed it was because of money, but like everybody
Well,
was
and I
loving
even
that
really
show.
like the lead actor there.
Oh yeah,
was
the
really
younger
good.
kid.
Yeah, because he plays in the Hamilton musical. He plays King George, and he's really funny.
Yeah, I've never seen that either. But like the Mindhunter
Gosh,
thing,
I wish you guys were into musicals because
I can't
Hamilton
do it.
is so good.
I
You would
can't
love
do
it.
I tried watching
I
Hamilton
know
on
you're
Disney.
not musical
Ooh,
guys.
that was rough.
That is one thing that amazes me that neither of you guys are musical guys, and I am.
But you were also in band and we weren't.
That's
Does
probably
that
why you
support-
left Timothy Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
Him too.
One, and here's
Yeah.
one that I think Josh will be surprised that I just started watching a couple days ago, and I don't know why. And it kind of blows my mind at how wild this show is. Jordan, you may have heard of it. It's called The Boys on Prime.
Oh,
Dude, that is one of the most wild. I can get into this because it's so
Bro,
like realistic.
You will love,
Of
you
heroes
will
being like
love The
legit like
Boys.
humans.
The Boys?
It's called
Yes.
The Boys.
you will love
And
The Boys.
So far, what I've gathered is
And
like,
then after you finish The Boys, watch the new spinoff Gen V,
and it's like
which is a
where they're
college
younger.
age one. Very good. No, it's just a college age, but it's set in the same time.
At first, I thought
So
they
it's a
were trying to
different cast.
make a knockoff Watchmen TV show.
Oh
I
no,
was like-
this takes the Watchmen to a new level. Because the Watchmen
It's wild.
definitely indicated that superheroes could be dark and gritty and selfish.
Yeah.
And be manipulative like regular people. The Boys takes it to the next level. The Boys is first off, The Boys is created by Kripke, who's the guy who made Supernatural.
Yeah.
So he's already got a screwed up mind. And basically what he does is he takes the superhero genre and tips it up on its head. Like all of the characters are like celebrity superheroes.
Yeah.
And they act like celebrities behave. It's over the top.
They get like
and
votes. It's
ridiculous.
almost like it's like a mix of politics with actors with like, but like the very first episode, I was like, what in the world? Like that chick that like the dude that runs fast or whatever.
Yep.
I was like,
Apollo
what
or,
in the
not,
world? Something
Apollo,
A-Train.
A-Train. Yeah.
I was like, what did I just see?
That show it's interesting.
And I heard that I need to brace myself for
Jensen-
season 3.
Jensen Ackles joins in season 3 of Soldier Boy, and he's a straight up racist jerk. I mean, he's just terrible. As well as another chick, Storm something. It's
Stormfront?
that show,
Stormfront?
Yeah, it's a wild show.
It's pretty good so far.
You should watch it.
And I'm not
You
into
should watch it.
superheroes. This is like superheroes on another level. Like it's like what superheroes would be in today's life. Legitimately.
I could see it being something you'd watch, Jordan.
Yeah, it looks okay.
But speaking of
Other
the
than I watch
Watchmen,
it because it's a Kripke show.
speaking of the Watchmen, like, did you ever watch that movie, The Watchmen? I never watched the movie.
I watched not just the movie, but
The show.
HBO had a show.
Miniseries or whatever.
A mini-series. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, because it wasn't ever intended to be anything more than just
What it was.
the story that they gave. But the show helps me understand the movie a lot better, because it gives more context and it helps you understand the story more.
Well, the director of that also directed the movie 300. Did you know that?
Zack Snyder?
No, Snyder, yeah. Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
At first, when you said it, it didn't pair with me because I keep wanting to say Schneider and not Snyder. I was like, no, it's Schneider. No, but yeah, like, but he was on the Joe Rogan podcast and I was watching that. Like, the stuff that he had to say about the movie 300 blew my mind. Like, just the little bits and pieces that he added to that. Kind of like how the John Wick, like how I told you to watch that episode of the JRE. Like
Yeah.
this. Okay. How many days do you think it took them to film 300?
Oh, gosh. I'd imagine at least 3 months.
8 weeks.
Okay. So 2 months? Nice.
Like, I would have thought that
That's
was
impressive. That's way fast.
like,
As I said, 3 months would have been a fast shoot. So 2 months is really fast.
did you know it was considered a low budget film?
Yeah, because of the way Snyder shot it. So much of it was able to be green screened and backdropped.
Yeah.
Because
Did you
of,
know-
because of
but-
how he shot it.
That plays another key to that, like I guess kind of like a fun fact. One scene out of that entire movie was shot outside. Everything else was green screen
Yeah,
and inside.
everything's green screen.
And it was less than like maybe 30 seconds of that scene of the horses running when they're getting ready to go
Yep.
into battle. That's the only thing that was shot outside.
Oh, is
Crazy.
that not the field? Oh, yeah.
It's the only one. And then 0%.
Because even the walking through the field scene is
inside.
green screened, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. But like, he took it because of a graphic novel. That's how he wanted it to film it. But like,
Sure.
the one of the other ones was, I didn't know this, but I also know that a lot of those people worked out for the show. Like everybody knew that because of the 300 workout that came out. But 0 CGI on all of the Spartan men was
Right.
like 0 CGI. The only thing I think was CGI was that monster, was that the big giant that was in it.
Yeah.
He's the only thing I think was CGI for the humans. I just thought that was wild that it only took him 6 months to film, or 6 weeks to film. But let's say
8
6 or
weeks.
8 weeks.
8
weeks to film, and then one shot outside because the whole movie's outside. At least that's what you presume. Like,
yeah, it's perceived to take place outside in this pass. Yeah,
it was just wild. Like,
no,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
he
there's
even
tons
directed
of. Yeah, there's tons of really cool stuff. And Zack Snyder would be the same guy who's done Justice League. He's got one on Netflix called Rebel Moon. That was his take on
The Heart of the Rebel
would have
Moon?
been
I
no,
thought
not
it was called Heart of the Rebel Moon.
All right, I'm getting off here.
Are you getting off?
All right,
Yeah.
Well, I love you.
let's say later, buddy.
Hey, later. Love you.
Bye.
Love you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Bang.
Bye. Hey,
He
he
bored.
showed his face. He showed his face.
He's born.
He's old.
He's born. He's an old man.
It's
He's
all
been
right.
out of here. It actually has. We actually have been here for a while, but
Yep.
Not
Not as long as we normally are.
what were we talking about? Netflix.
The 300 guy, the director of 300.
Yes, Zack Snyder. He's done a decent amount of stuff. Justice League, and then Rebel Moon Part 1. And then there will be another one coming out here soon. That's Part 2. But yeah, it's his take on what was going to be a Star Wars script. So
I know he tried to
It
do
never
The
ended up
Dark Knight
becoming-
Rises or something, but he didn't get the okay for it. But yeah, that was just something fun that I thought.
Dark Knight Rises or The Killing Joke?
Well, no, he said that he wanted to film The Dark Knight. Like, that was his goal. Or
Oh, he was trying to do Dark Knight?
he was trying to
Okay.
do it, but he didn't get the okay, and obviously they went with
Why would he want to do Dark Knight after?
well, no. This was like when they were doing like
You're
choosing
saying when
films.
Nolan did,
When Nolan did
Dark
that was
Knight,
his goal. Was to get
Snyder
that.
was competing for it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say, I could see Snyder doing The Killing Joke. I could see that being up his
I'd like
alley.
to see
That's
a Snyder and then the guy that did John Wick, like do like a combination type movie, like kind of like Sin City.
Snyder's edginess and the way he films would go really well with John Wick.
I mean, he's just he seems like a cool dude. Like I could like watch his movies, but that's one of my favorite movies is 300. So, but I know we got to get out of
stuff
here.
there on Netflix.
Yes, but hey, I love you, buddy,
It
and
was a good
thank
episode.
everybody for watching. Jordan did make an appearance. He's been missing. He's been MIA for roughly a month and
We
a half.
enjoyed having you, Jordan. We love you.
Too bad he couldn't hang on
For
this
the
long.
rest-
He is older than us now,
He is.
mentally.
He's tired. He's an old man. But with that said, it was a fun episode. Thank you, Bobby.
Hit that like button. Make sure you follow our
Subscribe.
sponsors, Rage and HCW, over on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And hit that like button. But I love you, buddy.
Well, you too, man.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.